Hello, welcome to Boogaloo by Mindfly. In this tutorial, we're going to be talking about how to sort your pages so they show up in a different order in your menu. To do that, I'm back here on our demo site, on our test page that we've been working on, and it's actually currently set not to display. So the first thing I'm going to do is display it so we can take a look at how the menu is structured right now. So now that my page is displayed, I'm going to go to the front to see our menu. And we can see up here we have 4 links. We have a home page, about page, an external link that goes to Mindfly Web Studio, which we will talk about how to do that later in a later tutorial, and then our test page that we just displayed. So going back to the back here, I'm going to drop down our page tree structure, and I'm going to click on settings for this list. Now we do have some lists, some items that have sub pages under them, so if we click over to view those, that also has a settings for this list button. So whichever list that you're wanting to manipulate, that's the column that you're going to hit settings for this list on. But for now, I'm going to just stick to our parent list here, and I'm going to click on settings for this list. That takes us to this page where we can sort a couple different ways. We can renumber them and click sort. Each page can only have one number, or one number can only be associated with one page. So if you're reordering them, just be careful and make sure you don't have 2 3s or 2 4s or something like that. They each need to have their own number. There's also arrows over here on the side that we can click up and down to move our pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and move our test page up. So I have a couple pages that don't show in the menu already, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to move our test page up so it's above the Mindfly Web Studio link there at number 3. So if I just go back to the front of our site, we can see that reflected here in the menu. It's now the second to last instead of the last item. So going back to the back, I'm just going to talk about the settings for the list page just a little bit more. These lightning bolts here are the same. They're the display or not display like you get on each individual page. So if I want to take the test page back out of the menu, I can click on that and it'll turn black when it's not displayed. So this is a very easy and quick way to do a whole bunch of pages at one time to turn them on or off. The second icon over takes them out of your list. So if you have something that's displayed in a list, and you don't want it showing in that list, but you still want it there, you would turn that off here. This third icon over here is to display it in the menus. So say you could have a page, like a map page perhaps, showing where your location is, your physical location, but you don't want that in the menu. You would turn it off, like this info is set to be off so it doesn't show up in the menus right now, but it's still accessible. So say you were on your contact page, you could have a link to the map page in there and you could still get to the map page, but it's not going to show up in your main menu. So that's a quick overview about a couple different ways that you can sort your pages and take them in and out of the menu.